Hey guys, how's it going? Solo back with another daily episode. I hope you are all having a happy holidays. Let's take a look at RKT Rocket Mortgages. We haven't taken a look at this stock in a little over a week now. And as always, we'll take a look at the last day of trading, which was this past Thursday. We will do some updated technical analysis to see if we can make some price predictions or some forecast predictions about where this stock may move this coming week. And as always, we will look at recent news on the stock and also the stock option flow data at the end of the video to see what the big money investors are doing. So let's get right into it. Looking at Robinhood here, you can see was not a great day for RKT on the last trading day of the week. It was down about 3.8% on the day, and it was just a steady sell-off pretty much all day long. And then we were pretty flat in after-hours trading. Looking back on the week, RKT hadn't have a good week either, down about 3.5%. Was kind of flat all week long up until that last trading day. On the month, kind of flat, only up 0.5% on the month. And over the past 3 months, take a look at this chop. Very choppy, just kind of up and down, up only 2% over the past 3 months. So this is a stock where if you had shares, you're probably not looking so great. You didn't really lose any money. You didn't really make any money, if I had to guess. If you had options, this might have been a great stock to run the wheel strategy on, because even though the stock was flat, if you were just selling cash good puts or selling covered calls, the stock was just moving sideways and you could have just collect premium all along the way. That's one of the benefits of options trading as opposed to just buying and selling shares. When you buy and sell shares, you can only make money when the stock goes up. With options trading, you can make money when the stock goes up, when the stock is flat, or even when the stock goes down. So let me know in the comments below. I know there were a bunch of members in our Discord server that were wheeling RKT for quite some time, actually. I want to say a few weeks or a few months, and just collecting premiums along the way. So let me know if you've made money on RKT, if you have options or shares in the comments below. Let's get right into it. Let's look at some news that is out there on RKT on Yahoo Finance. So here's a news article. This is also from about a week ago. This is actually the day I made my last video, so I don't think I saw this article as of yet, but the article is titled, "Is RKT a good stock to buy right now?" Again, this is from Insider Monkey on Yahoo Finance, and what they're saying is that RKT looks like is in the portfolios of a few hedge funds. So right now, 22 hedge funds portfolios at the end of the third quarter of 22 include RKT. If we scroll down, we can find some more data about that. So like I said, at the end of Q3, 22 hedge funds tracked by this website, Insider Monkey, were bullish on the stock, which is obviously a change of 22 from a quarter earlier, because at that point, just 3 months ago, no hedge funds had RKT. So let's take a look or do a little bit of a deep dive into which hedge funds have it. So it looks like Miller Value Partners has the largest stake in RKT at just about $45 million worth of stock. Second is Tremblant Capital with $43 million in stock. And then you have other investments such as Citadel, Samlin Capital. But this management company, Impala Asset Management, is very bullish. They have a little over 2.6% of their whole portfolio in RKT. So they're very bullish on it, not just in terms of the pure value of the shares, but in terms of their percentage of their portfolio. So hedge funds are liking it right now. At the end of the video, if you stick around, I will show you what the hedge funds are doing, what the big money investors are doing in terms of buying options, of whether they're buying calls or buying puts. Let's take a look at the technical analysis on TradingView and do some updated TA. So here's the TradingView graph on RKT. If you're new to the channel, I like to use daily candles. So each candle represents 1 day of trading. We have volume bars at the bottom, RSI below that. And I like to keep it simple by using Fibonacci retracement levels. I'll draw some yellow areas of support and resistance. And then I also have this orange line here, which is the 21-day moving average, and the pink line, which is the 50-day moving average. So you can see back last week when I did my TA, I thought RKT was going to have a little bit of a pullback and then maybe bounce either off this $21 support level. And at that time, the 21 and the 50-day moving averages were right around that level as well. Looks like we didn't really have a bounce. It actually took quite some time for it to have a pullback, and it pulled back on that last trading day to close out the week. So this is a very interesting setup because if I zoom out here, I thought we were in a wedge pattern. And back on December 14th, we kind of broke out of that. So that might have been a signal for it to just go to the moon, but it didn't really do that. It did go up a little bit, then pulled right back down. Now, the interesting thing about where we closed Friday is take a look at this. We closed right on this 50-day moving average. We're sitting right on it. So this is going to be a very interesting week in general for the stock market because there's a lot of uncertainty about the stimulus and vetoes and, Congress shutting down potentially for a while. So a lot of uncertainty in the market. It may be a bearish sign. We might have a red day Monday just because of all the volatility now and all the uncertainty with the stimulus bill. The end of the year is coming up. Is Congress going to go on vacation? Nobody knows what's happening right now. And this was a long weekend, so we had just about 3.5 days of vacation from the stock market. But my thought is we have to see what happens on Monday. If the market is just overall red, then I could easily see RKT continuing this downward trend. If we have a green day or the market does not really care that much about this kind of volatility, about the stimulus bill, then we might bounce off the 50-day moving average and just continue back up. Now, we will probably, if we do bounce off the 50 MA, I would assume we would break above this area of support again, above $21, and then go from there. The RSI is not really overbought or oversold, and there really wasn't a lot of volume the past 2 days on RKT in general, even though we did have a pretty significant sell-off of about 3.8% the last trading day. So if I zoom out here, that's what I'm looking for. The 21-day moving average is right at this area of support as well. I don't think it's going to act as resistance. It's just so close to the 50-day moving average. So right now, I don't have any positions as far as shares or options on RKT. I'm going to take a wait and see approach to see how the overall market opens tomorrow. If you've been following my videos for a long time and you saw my recent videos, currently I have cashed out all my options positions. So I have no stakes in any options, whether they're calls or puts. I am 100% cash, which was one of my goals going into the new year because there was going to be so much uncertainty again with political stuff, the stimulus bill, then we're going to have the transition in mid-January. So I didn't know what the market was going to do. And in case we have a sell-off or we kind of topped out or peaked, I didn't want to bag hold a lot of shares of stocks or options. So I'm happy where I am. I may end up just sitting this week out just to see how the week plays out. It's another short trading week, just as a heads up, because this coming Friday is New Year's Day. So we only have 4 days of trading just like we did this past week. So just keep that in mind if you are opening up options positions or trying to swing or day trade. But let's finish this video by looking at the option flow data to see what the big money is doing. So here's the trade UI data, the option flow data on RKT. You can see on the 24th on Christmas Eve, there were only 5 sweeps that came in on RKT. The green boxes represent calls that were bought. The red box represents a put option that was bought. So 4 out of the 5 were calls. So that tells me most of the investors or traders were bullish on RKT. The expirations are, well, one is for this coming Thursday on December 31st. So it's a weekly option. The others are actually very far out or a monthly. So we have a January 15th. We have a year out, December 17th of 2021. We have a February of 21 and a March. So we have January, February, March, and December of next year. Not huge amounts of money being traded. They were about, let's say, $30,000 to $80,000 worth of positions. So not a lot of data to go on, unfortunately. I mean, it was a half day of trading on Thursday, so not a lot of activity in general. It's just kind of a flat day. But it does seem that overall, more calls were bought than puts. If you take a look at the strike, this was a $32 strike for a year from now, December of 2021. RKT is not trading at 32, so they are a little bit bullish that RKT will be around 32 in a year. The put option was for a 20 strike, and currently RKT is trading a little bit above that. So that could have been a little bit of a hedge maybe, or it wasn't a huge position, but maybe they're just betting that RKT is going to go down a little bit in the next basically 1 to 2 months. Anyway, let me know how your trading week went. Let me know if you have shares or options open currently on RKT. As always, make sure you join our Discord server. We have some big updates and changes coming starting in January. So now is your time to lock in a low monthly rate. Add me on Twitter, add me on Instagram, add me on StockTwits, add me on Reddit. As always, have a happy weekend and hope your trading week is green.